We're back with Dr. Melissa Hershberg talking about cellulite, and 90% of women and virtually no men. I know you know this, have cellulite. I think we've complained about this before. So why do they not have cellulite? Why do men not have cellulite?
Main reason is estrogen. Okay. So, you know, women tend to store more fat in our lower body, and that's what cellulite is, right? So cellulite is just pockets of fat underneath the skin, which tends to be in the lower body, that pushes against connective tissue, causing it to pucker and ripple. So women have more fat, plus we have weaker connective tissue than men. So that weaker connective tissue is easier to bulge up against, and we tend to have thinner skin. And, you know, women, we just get everything.
We get everything. It's not right.
We really do.
So I think women have a thick skin.
Yeah, well,
I do. But it's so there's a lot of remedies that you can do, and you're going to share some of them with us. And so, first of all, is topical creams, and I want to ask you how you feel about that.
So so topical cream will give you short-term temporary results.
What do they do, though? What do they...
So the main ingredient in a lot of these topical creams is caffeine.
Oh, okay.
So what caffeine will do is it will stimulate blood flow to the skin, and it will also act as a temporary diuretic. So it will remove moisture from the skin, so it will give you illusion, or it will make your skin look firmer and smoother temporarily. So I like to think about these creams sort of like a lip plumper. So a lip plumper is not going to make your lips bigger, but when you wear it for the night, it will give the appearance of a fuller looking lip. It's sort of the same type thing with these creams. They also contain other ingredients. A lot of them have vitamin A derivatives, so that's going to stimulate collagen and try to make the skin look thicker over top, so you don't notice the cellulite as much.
Right.
And other ingredients like vitamin C, ginkgo biloba, all they're aiming to do is really just increase circulation to the area.
So that you don't look so dimply.
Yeah, so you can wear them. If you've got a night out and you want to look great that night, you can use the cream. But this isn't going to cure the cellulite.
Okay. How about eating gelatin? That's interesting.
Yeah, so this is really interesting. Obviously, this isn't scientifically proven, but there is anecdotal evidence that this helps. So gelatin is just the cooked form of collagen. So it's rich in glycine, proline, lysine. These are amino acids that build connective tissue. So the theory is that when you eat gelatin, you're going to strengthen your connective tissue, and it's also great for the hair and nails as a side bonus. And our diets are typically low in gelatin nowadays because it's found in the skin and the bones of animals. So whereas our caveman ancestors used to eat the whole animal, we now have butchers, and so we just eat the muscle meat. So we don't tend to get a lot of gelatin in our diet.
Okay.
So if you want to get some gelatin in your diet, you can try this homemade Jell-O recipe. So basically what you do is you take some fruit juice, so you can use apple juice, cranberry juice, orange juice, whatever your favorite juice is, and you take 1 cup of juice. Then you're going to buy the packets of unflavored gelatin. Take 2 packets, sprinkle it on the juice. In the meantime, you're going to boil 3 cups of another juice. Once it's boiled, you're going to add it to the other one, stir it all together, and just put it in the fridge to set. So do that for like 4 hours, and then you end up with Jell-O like this, which you can eat at night. And actually, this is a little trick also, because gelatin or Jell-O actually fills you up. It's protein rich and it's filling. So if you're feeling hungry, if you're watching your weight, have this at night before bedtime.
What about just Jell-O?
Sure, and that's like obviously easier than making it yourself, but then you're going to get a lot of the artificial flavors and colors.
Which I love.
Yeah, so...
Because it makes me feel happy inside. It's so funny that the gelatin looks like the cellulite.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, right? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's like homeopathy, and you're like, eat it to get rid of it. Yeah.
But that's good. So if you do that, it's for the connective tissues and overall.
Yeah, and a lot of, like, if you read a lot of supermodels swear by this. They take gelatin capsules. They think it strengthens their hair, their nails. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like that with the cellulite. I've heard about the hair and nails, but never about the cellulite. That's cool. Okay, foam rollers, you know, we're joking about that.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got to be really dedicated, but this actually, if you're consistent with a foam roller, you will see results. So essentially the way it works is you roll this against your skin and against your cellulite, and the friction's going to cause the fibrous bands between the fat pockets to break down.
Yes.
And so it will absolutely minimize the look of cellulite, but you have to be consistent and dedicated. And like this actually hurts a little bit.
As soon as it hurts, I leave it.
Yeah. So
I mean, and then my trainer goes, "No, you keep on. No, it hurts."
No, just eat the Jell-O.
You have to roll it. You have to roll it back and forth and,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing on the floor, and you go back and forth, and
Yeah.
it does hurt, but it breaks it down.
But it will break down the
Yeah.
fibrous
Okay. Very good.
bands.
Now, massage, skin brushing, and supplements. I have a friend who swears by skin brushing. I know it's good for circulation. Tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely. So these methods, so like you said, the dry brushing, so you can buy a brush and you just brush your skin dry, or massage, or supplements and vitamins. The way these are all theorized to work against cellulite is they increase circulation, which means they stimulate blood flow. They also will stimulate your lymphatics, and they claim to remove toxins. So we've all been told that cellulite, is caused by, weak lymphatics or toxins and all these things. But the truth is, the evidence really isn't there, because if that was the case, then men would have it.
Right.
Right? And
Yeah.
so how come men don't have any toxins?
Right.
How come men don't have weak lymphatics?
Yeah.
So I think in theory this is good, and it will give you like temporary results. It will make you a glow and make your skin look nice, and it feels good. But will it really eliminate cellulite? I don't think so.
Let's talk about plastic surgery or dermatologists.
Sure.
Let's quickly go through that. What did you want to say about that?
Okay, so there are things you can do if you've exhausted these methods and you want to do something a little bit more effective. You can go into a clinic. The longest offered cellulite treatment is something called endermology.
Yeah.
So it's basically a combination of suction and rollers done at a clinic, and it will give you results, but you have to keep consistent with it.
Okay.
If you want to become a little more invasive, you can use laser technology. So these lasers deliver radio frequency to the level of the fat, and it will destroy the fat cells. And then they often combine it with suction and with rollers, so things like Bella Shape or Thermage you might have heard of.
Thermage, I've heard of. Yeah.
And the latest and greatest cellulite treatment is something called cellulase, which is really interesting. So it inserts a laser underneath the skin right to the level of the fat.
Does it hurt?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think it probably is a little bit uncomfortable, but not painful.
Let's just understand across the board it is. Okay.
Yeah. No pain, no gain, right?
Right.
So, okay, and then it destroys the fat cells with the laser. It also will break down the connective tissue, the fibrous bands, and it's going to stimulate collagen on top. So you're sort of getting rid of the cellulite from those three different methods. And it does work, but it is costly.
It's costly. So there you go. So there you have it. How about that for all the information? It can be done. Thank you, Melissa. Nice to see you again. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. Really great.